Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm home sick today, so I thought I would take advantage of the daytime and quiet in the house to get some filming done. I got my February Boxycharm in the mail last week, and I figured I would do a unboxing of that, plus do a foundation try test of the Morphe. I think I already did an unboxing on. So first, I have already moisturized, sunscreen, put on my primers, including the primer from the Boxycharm. So I figured make it a little bit faster that way. So for my Boxycharm, the theme this time is Afterglow. And I received the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, which this is it here. And honestly, this tube is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. For reference, if anybody has the It Cosmetics Superhero, which, you know, is the one that I'm currently using, I thought that this thing was gigantic. It's really not all that much bigger than the Too Faced, so that's pretty cool. So this says, indulge in a mascara that actually lives up to its name. Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara separates, coats, and curls each lash to voluptuous perfection. Acacia Senegal tree extract sets volume while film forming polymers lock your lashes in a perfect curl. And the MSRP is $24. Then next on the list I received is the Pretty Vulgar Shimmering Swan highlighter. Come on. There you go. Let's open it up. See, just kind of looks like a little champagne-y kind of shift to it. Let's see if I could swatch this on the back of my hand, if this will do anything or not. Oh, yeah, you can kind of see that there. I'm really new to swatching. I'll get better. It says, allow your skin to capture the light of any room you walk into with this unique velvety smooth highlighter infused with glow-loving, light-reflecting, and pearlescent pigments. This highlighter will give your skin the perfect amount of brightness, and the MSRP is $32. And then next, the primer, which I actually already have, so I haven't opened up this one because, I mean, why? I already have one, so I just used the one that I already have, is the Touch in Soul No Poreblem Primer. And that says, create a seamless canvas for your foundation with your new Touch in Soul No Poreblem Primer. The light, silky texture blurs pores and wrinkles, giving your skin a soft velvet feel. Green tea and collagen act as adhesives, holding on tight to your makeup for many hours of flawlessness. And the MSRP is $18. And then next I received the Farmacy Clean Bee Ultra Gentle Facial Cleanser. It looks like it's, does it say 3.4 fluid ounces? And it says, soothe and hydrate your skin while lifting dirt, excess oil, impurities, grime, and makeup. Your new Farmacy Clean Bee Ultra Gentle Facial Cleanser was made for daily use, keeping those with sensitive skin in mind. It is formulated with naturally derived ingredients like coconut sugar, amino acids, and a powerful botanical blend of turmeric, chamomile, calendula, aloe, and licorice root. And the MSRP is $22. Excuse me while I drink my tea. I have a sore throat, which is why I am home from work today. And then last but not least, the, I think it's pronounced treStique Prime and Glaze Lip Crayon, which let's hold up, which for once, it's not brown. This is pretty cool. It's kind of got a magnetic-ish closure. I don't know if the mic can pick that up, but you know, so it sounds like it would be fairly safe in your purse. I mean, I keep a makeup bag in my purse, but even then in the makeup bag, it can get stuff can come undone. So that's kind of nice that it has a magnetic closure. It also had a little sticker on here that I noticed when I first opened it. It says primer inside. If I could get that to focus, that would be fabulous. All right, fine, I give up. Anyway, so you can pull out this little bit here, and there's actually, you see that? And for this little itty bitty little bullet, there's actually quite a bit of product in there. And I'm assuming by primer, this is just like a lip balm, which makes me believe that with this formula that you are going to actually want to put the balm on first, maybe. Let's see what it says on the little info card. It says this 2-in-1 lip duo features a luxurious lip smoothing primer on one side and a shiny color glaze on the other. The priming side smooths lips and glides on like a balm, creating a super smooth canvas. The color glaze effortlessly glides onto your lips to leave behind a pop of shiny color. And the MSRP on this one is $25. This is the first time I've been a subscriber to Boxycharm for over a year now. This is the first time that I noticed on the little card down here in the corner, it has a 3 and a little heart. So that makes me wonder if this is version 3 of this box. I've noticed on Reddit people posting their beauty boxes and saying like which version that they had. So I'm assuming that this is number 3. But anyway, that's it. And you add them all up together, it came out to $121. So not bad for a $21 a month subscription. Okay, so I guess now next what we are going to do is we're going to hop right on in to the foundation, of which the shade that I got, because since I do buy all my own product, that I can't afford to buy multiple different shades of the same foundation and hope for the best. I have to read the descriptions. I got these from Ulta. So reading on my phone, what I got in this shade was the F15 Neutral, where the description says fair with neutral undertones. So that's what I usually look for when buying a foundation, is fair with neutral undertones, because that is pretty much, you know, what I am. I go both cool and warm. I can go either way, so I prefer to go neutral. And I've learned that I am no longer the lightest color, so I'm either, you know, fair or light, neutral. And I think when I looked at this, that the light was just, I don't think I actually found like light. It just the color of it on the picture looked like really, really super dark. That's supposed to be light with neutral undertones. I'm scared. I figured I would stick with the fair with neutral undertones, and that if need be, I can just pull in some bronzer and fix it, because, you know, it's easier to fix it that way and darken it up where you need to than trying to lighten it, which is impossible. So that's what I got for the foundation. Let's see what it says for the claims on the foundation. It says, one, it says it's only at Ulta. Pretty sure you can buy it on the Morphe website too. Maybe they say that because you can't get it at Sephora, but pretty sure you can get it on the Morphe website as well. Anyway, it says finally a foundation throwing major shade. Meet Morphe Fluidity, the long-wearing, full-coverage matte foundation that performs like a boss and is not caught in the middle or playing sides. The benefits is a 24-hour long-hour wear, sweat-proof, transfer-resistant, water-resistant, free of oils, fragrance, and parabens, great for all skin types. Well, since I am sick and I have my runny nose, which, excuse me, by the way. Ugh. Good times. That between that and the sweating and the hot flashes, this will be a pretty good day to test this. So that was what it says for the foundation for the full Fluidity Full Coverage Concealer, which I purchased the, what does it say? Yeah, the C155, upside down, story of my life, C155 Neutral, which is light with neutral undertones, because I believe that the really cool and fair ones looked really light, but doesn't this look really light? Hopefully it's dark enough. Maybe it oxidizes. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But for the concealer, it says, show blemishes, imperfections, and under eye circles. Who's the boss with this, excuse me, long-wearing, full coverage Fluidity concealer from Morphe. This long-wearing, multitasking, soft matte formula can conceal, brighten, and contour like nobody's business. The benefits are 16-hour long wear, sweat-proof, transfer resistant, water resistance, free of fragrance and parabens, and ophthalmologist tested. It doesn't say what the ophthalmologist's findings are. It just says that it was ophthalmologist tested, which basically tells you nothing. Oh, come on, peppermint tea, do your job. But that's it, and then it just lists like all of the different shades that it has. So, rather than do it with a brush on one side and a beauty sponge on the other, of which I'm going to use my my Juno&Co sponge. I absolutely love this thing. And for the concealer, I'll use my Real Techniques sponge, because it comes with a seal on the end, which is nice, so you know that nobody's been messing with your stuff before you've had a chance to. Let's see how this does. So I'm going to do my usual, I'll dot it on my face. Well, looks okay for the color. A little light, but we'll see once it gets sheared out. It kind of smells a little waxy, if that makes sense. So it's not entirely fragrance free, so that right off the bat is a lie. Maybe it's just because they didn't put any extra fragrance stuff in there. I don't know. I'll be okay, so far, being in the monitor, I think I actually shade matched fairly well. Of course, in these lights, looking in the monitor, it looks a little green, so that's odd, because looking in my mirror, it looks same color as my neck. Obviously, I don't put foundation and the dark circles under my eyes. I have found that that actually just makes it a massive mess, and even worse for my creepy under eyes. So let me see if I can get this to zoom in. Which way? Oh, okay. So you can see it actually doesn't look all that bad. I still need to put more, usually I need to put concealer on my chin, around my nose. There's always more redness there. I've got a red spot here where I'm trying to get rid of my milia. I have a thing that's actually supposed to be for like skin tags and whatnot. They call it the Spot Blaster Pro. But I need to work on it on a day that, or on a weekend where I'm not going to be putting makeup on, so I can allow my skin to heal. And I'm going to try to get the rest of these off, but especially like that one right there drives me insane. But it seems like it's actually using heat to puncture that outer layer, so scabs do form. I've got one in the middle of my forehead, which this actually seems to have covered up really well. I'm going to zoom back out again, and we will get on next to the concealer. Grab our stuff here, make sure I've got my Coty Airspun handy. So it's just a flat doe foot applicator. Well, let's give it a go. If you've ever experienced the smell of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, this is what it smells like. Not quite as strong, but a lot like paint. So maybe that's what, well, plenty is coming off on the wand, so that's okay. But anyway, so I wonder if the no, what you call it, like the no added fragrance, if that's just what foundation and concealer normally smells like. It's paint. I mean, it might. I don't know. So let's see if we can cover up that extra redness around the chin area. I had noticed there for a minute while I had this paused that it is already gathering in my lines here around my mouth. It's not creasing too bad up around the deep ones up here. I mean, I've had worse, but it is definitely going to have to be smoothed out before I set it with powder. So let's continue on with the concealer. I actually did a fairly decent job for the first coat. I do normally go in with a second coat. I can definitely see my dark circles a lot better in the 4K monitor than what I can in my little mirror here, probably because this light isn't as bright as the one on my vanity. It's really kind of accentuating that texture in my chin there, which I'm not a fan of, but that's like just about every foundation does to some extent or another. I'm going to do a little more concealing on the side. There's a little bit more redness there where I have, I don't know if those would be jowls or what, but let's see if I can zoom in and you can see my under eyes. Now I obviously have not set my under eyes yet. So let's see if we can get in here and see how they kind of go crepey creasy, like really, really quick. You can see them in here and here. You can see where it's gathering in the fine lines there, accentuating my texture here. Forehead looks about normal. I haven't completely covered up that spot yet. We'll see. We'll add another layer and we'll see how that goes on covering up that pretty dark red spot. I mean, you saw it. Let's see, and we'll zoom in again. Now that it is all on and set, I'll probably on a normal day, I would put the Bare Minerals bisque on underneath my eyes again as the last step. Oh, sorry, my nose itches. But let's zoom in again here. And as you can see, I kind of buffed out the lines around here. Looks okay. Rest of my skin. Need to learn how to blend in around my eyebrows a little bit better. In the 4K camera, you can still tell the redness around the nose, but you know, in the regular mirror and in person, it looks fine. You know, The only people that are gonna get up this close to me are my husband, and if my grandchildren come see me, you know, they're gonna get grandma smooches, so they don't know any better. They're almost 3 and 1, the 2 that live the closest. So overall, I mean, you can still see my pores, you can still see texture. I mean, it looks like skin. You want it to look like skin. So, you know, I'm not flawless by any means. And that's okay. So we'll zoom back out again. And then I'm going to turn this off while I put on most of the rest of my face. You know, I'll put on the Pretty Vulgar highlighter on camera so that you guys can see how that applies. But the rest of it, you know, you've seen. Bronzer, blush, everything else. So I will see you all again in a second. Okay, as you can see, I've got my eyebrows on, bronzer, blush. I do not have mascara, highlight, or lip yet. I figure I would just try all of those things, and who knows, maybe we'll switch to this. Because I actually have 2 others of the IT Cosmetics, so if it goes bad because I haven't been using it for all that long, and you're only supposed to use it for 3 months, but of course I've also been known to use products for a lot longer than I ought to. Anyway, if you're curious on my eyes, I picked up the other Bad Habit Cult palettes. I can do a short shoot at the end, but this is a combination of the Mythos and the Mystics palettes. Just kind of playing around. I don't normally do darker like this, especially like for the daytime, but it's fun. I want to play with it. I'm not going anywhere, so why not? Oh yes, I'm going to go ahead and with the Shimmering Swan for the Pretty Vulgar highlighter. Just doesn't want to focus. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to get all upset about it. And I'll use my JH07 that I've been liking so much. Get a bit on there, tap off, and then let's pop that on there. Got a little bit too much on the other side, but that's what the finishing powder's for. So that looks good so far. Then let's just go ahead and go on in with the mascara. Set this off to the side. I'll try to use my little handheld mirror. I don't know if you're actually supposed to do this, but I always like, you know, do that, make sure the wand's all good and covered up. Oh wow, that is a gigantic wand. Why does it just not want to focus today? Anyway, it kind of has a, kind of looks like it's wrapping around. It's interesting. So let's give it a go. Go with the lower lashes first. Oh, I'm scared. I'm going to poke myself in the eye. This thing is huge. Well, for the lower lash line, I find this very difficult to work with. I mean, maybe it just takes practice, but with as big as this spoolie on the end of this thing is, and as small as my eyes are, not a fan. Not a fan so far. it looks okay. I kind of got it on my upper, I think my lid, kind of brow bone, actually. It's not a huge deal. We'll see how it goes with, you know, when I go in to clean up, because I usually make a little bit of a little bit. What is, again, I've got small eyes. It's not all that hard to touch in places where I'm not supposed to. So what I'll do while I wait for that to dry is I'll go ahead and I'll do my lips. So since this is such a dark color on this, which it is called English Rose, is the treStique. I don't know how you pronounce it. You know, you saw it earlier. Is I'm going to use my Makeup Forever in full red, because this is actually like the only red lip liner I have. And I think let's see if we can pop a little bit of this primer on. Probably should have done that before I did the lip liner, but whatever. Just kind of feels like a not very moisturizing lip balm. Is like all it feels like. Literally nothing special. Just kind of like chapstick. I do need to kind of even out that Cupid's bow a little bit better. So this is actually very, to me, kind of a brick red. Oh, that focused in nice. I like that. Again, I don't normally wear shades quite this dark, but you know, again, I'm not going anywhere. What the heck? Why not? So it goes on feeling a lot more like your basic balm. It's a little bit of a slip to it. I doubt this is going to be a matte. Of course, it doesn't say that it's matte either, but that's usually what I wear is matte liquid lipsticks. So this should be interesting to see how it wears during the day. But all I have to do next is just kind of put on a little finishing powder, tone down that highlight a little bit because it's a little crazy. Oh, almost forgot. Let's clean up under the eyes. I gotta do my little big Q-tip trick. And let's see also how well this goes with getting that oopsie off there, because there are some mascaras I've noticed, like the Benefit Roller Lash, I believe, is really difficult to get off with a Q-tip. Like you almost have to go in with micellar water and then patch it, and you want to be really careful with that stuff because it is really hard to get off. But let's see how this goes. Actually, I think before I do that, let's zoom you in again so you can get up close and personal and see what, after all of the squinting and moving my eyes around to get the eyeshadow on, how the how the concealer fared. So let's scooch you on in. Ooh, that is close. Can I go a little closer? Yep. Okay, so hopefully it looks better. I don't know, the monitor's kind of grainy, but I can see how it kind of bunches up into those fine lines. You can see there where I got it on me for the mascara. I got it on the upper lash line. So I'm going to go in and kind of do my little trick with cleaning it up, and we will zoom back in and see how that looks again once that part's done. Okay, so I've got the extra mascara kind of cleaned up off of the eyeshadow and the lash line. I've got the extra little bit of product kind of cleaned up from the under eye area. I couldn't quite get all of that mascara off up over there, so it's a little rough, but you know, that other, so the roller lash is a little bit harder to get off, so you know, average. It's not, you know, could be worse, could be better. But this is the final look for the day. I'm not going to bother with my hair. I have had to wipe my nose a couple times. I didn't see anything really coming off on the tissue, but I have noticed it's kind of worn a little bit around my nose already. I will check in later this afternoon after it's had a few hours. Let's see, so currently it is 2:45, so we will see how this goes later on tonight. See you then. Hey, I thought that now would be a good time for a check-in. It is now a couple minutes before 6 o'clock. I have eaten a meal, a snack. My husband brought me home some chicken tenders. The lipstick is hanging in there so far. I've been continuously drinking my tea as well. It has definitely rubbed off on my mug, but the color is still somewhat even-ish. I did have to wipe off. It traveled outside the lines over here. So when I just went to the bathroom, I kind of tried to fix that a little bit. So let's go ahead and zoom in and see how the foundation and concealer are going so far. Redness is peeking through on my chin, still kind of around the nose, settling into those lines there, but all foundations do that on me. Does not look like the mascara is flaking, although it does look like I could have done a better job of cleaning it up there. Kind of hard to tell. Nope, that just looks like that is my eyelashes, so the mascara is doing well. The highlight's doing okay. Does look like it's kind of settling up here a little bit as well. Don't know if you can see that. And so this is just after 3 hours. Otherwise, the doesn't seem to be breaking apart. Let's see if I can tell. Kind of definitely settled into my pores here, but at least it doesn't seem to be losing cohesion at all. So that's good. Okay, well, I'm gonna sign out of here. We'll probably check back again in 2 or 3 hours or so. We'll zoom back out, kind of see the overall how it looks, and talk to you again here. For you it'll be a couple seconds. For me it's probably going to be about another 3 hours. Talk to you soon. Good evening. I'm back, as you can see. It is now 9 o'clock. I've got a solid 6 hours with this makeup on, and let's bring it on in for a zoom, see how it looks. So as you can tell, the lipstick is even more worn. Still looks to me about the same amount of wear here in my chin, around my nose. I did have to kind of dab my nose several times because it was running, because I'm sick. Doesn't actually look all that bad. I've definitely seen it worse. Let's see if I can go a little bit closer. Ooh, we can get really close. So you can see all my pores. So I don't know how much that no Poreblem primer does any good whatsoever. Honestly, I've never really noticed any huge difference in the wear of my makeup any other time I wore it. I still think that the foundation looks really good for at the 6 hour point. You can still see the highlight, both sides. Still about the typical breakdown around the nose. You can tell. The lipstick, if you like the shade and the feel of it, I would just make sure that if you are going to be away from home, if you're going to be eating, drinking anything, it does transfer. You are going to need to bring it with you for touch-ups and to reapply, except for that one little bout with it going outside of the lines there. And I guess a little bit right there too. Wearing off there on the insides, but I haven't done any touch-up, and I have eaten a couple different times, kind of snacked. Overall, I like it. You know, I would try midday to touch up around this area here, since that's where it breaks down on me. Like every single foundation breaks down on me. I think the shade match is very good. Obviously, to each person, that's going to be a little bit different. As a reminder, I am generally oily in the T-zone, fairly normal everywhere else, with the weird texture right there that I don't think there's anything I can do about it. But overall, I like it. I think, oh yeah, the mascara, but I think the mascara worked out very well. I don't know if it curled or lengthened or volumized any more than any other. It didn't flake, so that's good. I think the concealer still looks really good. I'm impressed with that. I'm impressed that it didn't like immediately crease on me. Took it a couple seconds. But yeah, I think overall I like the Morphe foundation and concealer. I like the highlighter. I will probably not wear the lipstick again, just because I prefer one that dries down completely matte. I don't have to worry about reapplying or the feathering outside of the lines or it going anywhere. I'll have to do a separate review on the Bad Habit eyeshadow that I wore today. I do actually like it, but I think what I'll do now is I'm going to go wash my face. The first thing that I do when I wash my face is take it all off with a makeup wipe. I use the Costco, the Kirkland brand face wipes. You get like a massive box of them for like $11, $12 at Costco, which is fantastic. So that gets most of that stuff off without it putting gunk down the drain, because then I just throw that away. And then I will follow up with a cleanser and then moisturize. So what I'm going to do is I am going to use the Farmacy Clean Beat Ultra Gentle Facial Cleanser today. Usually we're going to go ahead and pause this for now, and let's go see how well just using my regular cleansing routine and then using the Farmacy cleanser, if that cleans everything off. And we'll see you in a minute with a clean face. And now I'm back again with a clean face. Skin feels kind of tight. So I'm pretty sure that's probably going to be this cleanser. So again, this was the Farmacy Clean B Ultra Gentle Facial Cleanser. So there we go. I got it to focus. So it kind of has a florally kind of scent. And it kind of smells and has the consistency a bit, just a tiny bit, honey, but it's not sticky. My face feels nice and smooth. I could talk. It's only like 9 something at night. But I'm not sure what in here would be making my skin feel tight. Not a fan, actually. I will give it a few other tries, though. It does say an ultra gentle facial cleansing gel that washes away surface oil, impurities, pollution, residue, and makeup while nourishing skin with honey and hyaluronic acid. So I guess that's why I smelled a little bit of honey there. Okay. And then I also wanted to just clarify really quickly on that Pretty Vulgar highlighter, the Shimmering Swan, that is the shade Glow Up, which once I looked that up online, this isn't the champagne-y one. This is actually supposed to be a rose gold. Just let me hold this up here. Which in this lighting, it does look more champagne, but if you turn it sideways, you do kind of see that pinkish shift for the rose gold to it. So just a quick correction on that one. And since we were talking about skin, which on that little spot that I had taken care of before, I went on a little hard with the cleansing cloth, and so that's no fault of the cleanser, but I'll knock that little bit of the scab off, so that's kind of bleeding a little bit. But here we will zoom on in to my clean face, and you can see what it looks like without anything on it. Literally nothing. No serums, no moisturizers, no. I'm gonna get some salicylic acid on my couple of little breakouts. I did a fairly good job of cleaning. I do think it still has like a little bit of mascara residue left around the eyes, but that is actually normal for me, so that's probably not the cleanser, that's me. But otherwise, I got everything off. You can see with my normal kind of redness, my freckles, all clean. So that's it. Zoom back out again. So hopefully you guys found this video informative. If not informative, at least hopefully maybe entertaining. I hope it helped somebody. If it did, I will go ahead and I'll join the rest of the YouTubers in saying please subscribe to my channel. You don't have to click the bell. I don't get notifications on anybody. I know if you want to see my videos, you can come watch my videos. You are welcome anytime to come join me. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.